Hey, my pretties, what's up? It's Lion Queen here. Welcome to episode 323 of Shadows and Pretties. So the last episode of Shadows and Pretties we talked about was Resident Evil Afterlife, and today I am going to be talking about the next Resident Evil movie, which you see in the title is called Resident Evil Retribution. This filming of this movie took place in Toronto from mid-October to December 23rd of 2011. I mean, the film in itself has many returning actors, characters, along with some new characters from the video games not featured in previous films like Leon S. Kennedy, Ida Wong, and Barry Burton. So this film pretty much takes place after Resident Evil Afterlife, and this film came out in 2012. So that's pretty much like nearly 12 years ago, which I'm surprised though because you know, I can't believe it that this film had came out so many years ago. But I mean, I remember watching this film a long time ago. It's a really really good movie. I personally really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really good. So, I mean, the actors did a good job on this film. I like the fact that the filming of this took place in Toronto, in Ontario, which was kind of cool, actually. I think Toronto is one of the big places people like to film movies and stuff, which, of course, it's a really popular city in Canada. So, that is pretty interesting. So, I'm going to go ahead and explain what the plot of this movie is about, especially for those who haven't, watched the movie in a really long time, and for those who want a refresher on this movie. So basically, the plot is about Alice and the survivors aboard on the Umbrella Corporation freighter named Arcadia and are attacked by a fleet of Umbrella gunships led by Alice's brainwashed former ally named Jill Valentine. Alice gets captured during the attack, and an Alice clone awakens in the suburbs, living with her husband Todd and their deaf daughter Becky. The zombies attack, revealing the Serbia as Raccoon City as during the intentional outbreak. As Alice and Becky drive away from the undead with the help of Rain Ocampo, they are hit by a truck, knocking Rain unconscious. Alice hides Becky inside another house, but gets killed by a zombified Todd. So meanwhile, the captured Alice reawakens in an underwater facility, gets interrogated by Jill. During a power of failure, Alice escapes REMS and finds herself simulated in a Shibuya Square, Tokyo. Fighting her way against the zombies, she enters a control room filled with undead Umbrella employees and encounters Ida Wong, one of Albert Wesker's top agents. Wesker appears on a screen, explaining that both no longer serve Umbrella, and the power outage was staged by him. The Red Queen, one of Alice's archenemies, was reactivated after the hive was contaminated, and now controls Umbrella. The underwater facility, former as a Soviet naval outpost in Kamchatka, Russia, was designed by Umbrella for manufacturing clones and creating stimulated outbreaks to show the effects of the T-virus. Ida and Alice aim to Renvis and rescue a crew of organized by Wesker, which includes Leon S. Kennedy and Barry Burton and Luther West. Leon's team plants explosives near the entrance of the facility, which will detonate in 2 hours and ensure its destruction. The group plans to meet up with Alice and Ida in Raccoon City in the Suburbia area in New York. Simulation. Alice and Ida defeat 2 executioners, while Leon's team enters a Moscow and simulation surrounded by armed Las Plagas undead horde. So the Suburbia simulation, Alice and Ida encounter Becky, who mistakes Alice for her clone as her mother and becomes attached to her. They also find Jill and the clones of Alice's deceased allies such as James One Schneid, Rain, and Carlos Oliveira, who are sent to capture them. During a shootout, Ida stays behind so Alice and Becky could find their way out, and the two encounter Good One of Rain, clone of Rain, and the Moscow simulation. Alice gives her a weapon to help keep Becky safe, then rescues Leon's surviving crew from the Las Plagas zombies and the giant licker. Now, the group reaches the submarine pens and the facility exit, but get ambushed by Jill's team. During the ensuing fight, Becky is captured by the licker and good, Rain is eventually killed. Alice rescues Becky and kills the licker, and Barry sacrifices himself holding the Umbrella operative for long enough to ensure that the others can escape. The explosives at the entrance go off. Leon and Luthor escape the flooding, while Alice and Becky survive, though, through the ventilation system. On the surface, on their snowmobile gets knocked over by Jill's submarine. Jill and Evil Rain confront the group, holding Ida as hostage. During the fight, Alice managed to tear off the mind-controlling scarab off of Jill's chest, returning her to normal, while Rain, now enhanced with superhuman strength healing, thanks to the last Pegasus parasite, joins the fight, kills Luthor and knocks out Leon. Realizing he is too powerful to fight, Alice and shoots the ice under Rain, who is dragged underwater by swimming zombies. So, meanwhile, Alice, Jill, and the remaining survivors travel to Wesker's headquarters, where a heavy fortified White House staffed with under remainders of U.S. armed forces. Alice meets Wesker in the Oval Office, where she injects herself in another strand of T virus, returning to her human powers. On top of the roof, he explains that the Red Queen is trying to wipe out humanity. All of what remaining uninfected humans are in the base. The U.S. military is remaining in the Umbrella Corp. Soldiers are still defending the White House horde against the T-virus of abominations, and that's how the movie ends. Really good story. I personally really thought the plotline of this was such a good movie. It had really good actors and actresses that came back, to play the characters, which I thought that was really cool. It's a really good movie. I personally thought I really liked it. It's got really good soundtrack. I really have to say it's really good. You definitely will not be disappointed once you see this film. This film is such a good film. Now, all in due reality, this one was definitely one of the good films that I've seen out there in the Resident Evil movie series. But I personally really have to say it's definitely a really good film. I really recommend this film to anybody who is, a Resident Evil fan like myself would really enjoy this film. So I personally really have to say the gore was pretty good. I mean, there was some few gory scenes and some, fight scenes. The fight scenes were really good. The concept of the movie was flat out amazing. I personally really liked this film. I thought it was really well made in detail, especially with, the fact that, it's a really good movie. I personally really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good movie. I mean, you guys can, leave me your opinions in the comments below about this movie, because I heard a lot of people don't like this movie. I don't personally know why, but maybe it's because it's another Resident Evil movie and it should have had an ending or something. I don't know. I don't know why a lot of people don't like this movie, because on Rotten Tomatoes, I think I saw that this movie was not that good from what a lot of people said, so I don't even know why, but I personally like this film. So anyways, with that being said and that being the case, like I'm always going to continue to say, this is just simply my own personal opinion. And if you happen to disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these movies, and this is just simply my own personal thoughts. I give this movie I'm going to give this one to say an 8.5 out of 10. While it's enjoyable and really well made, I feel that it was a little too much filler in it, and it just wasn't really like the same like the other Resident Evil movies, but this one wasn't bad. I will say this one's not bad, but it's definitely one of the good ones out there. I definitely really have to say this film was definitely really awesome. So, I guess with that being said and that being the case, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what would you have done personally to help make this movie a lot better? Feel free to let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, if you happen to, follow me on Twitter, if you want to follow me on Twitter, link to my Twitter account will be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow me on Twitter. If you're interested in following me on DeviantArt, link to my DeviantArt will be in the About page section, so you guys can go check that out. Also, be sure to subscribe to my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo, as link to that will also be in the About page section in case if you guys want to check out my backup channel. And as always, that's pretty much all I have to really say, but if I'm missing something I did not talk about in this movie, please let me know what it is in the comments below. But I think I've covered pretty much everything, but if I'm missing something, please let me know. Now, anyways, with that being said and that being the case, I hope you all have a great day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time zone you're living in. I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Peace out, and like always, I will see you all next time.